Let's start on the energy crisis again, because it's your bills going up again by about 25 or 30% in just 10 days' time. And the government's energy market operator is now pointing out the obvious, the crisis we've been focused on for years. They don't have enough power in place to replace the coal and gas power they've taken out. Now, AEMO's solution is the worry here. They just want to get tens of billions of dollars flowing faster into more renewables and storage and transmission. I mean, they just refuse to face the reality that at the very least, they need to keep all the coal and gas generation we have now online as long as possible. And we need a lot more gas generation to cut in when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing. I mean, this bloke, Daniel Westerman, we've never been able to get an interview with him. He's still banging on about Snowy Hydro 2.0 as a bonus for the electricity grid. The Snowy project is literally stuck in a tunnel, billions of dollars over budget, years behind schedule. If it can store any power, it won't be for another 6 years or more. And remember, it doesn't generate any extra power. It just stores renewable energy in those dams. And then you can't get it to market unless, of course, you get those hundreds of kilometres of transmission lines through national parks and farmland to plug it in. Really, that's the great hope? But even worse were our politicians today. The Prime Minister, for instance, asked about power prices in Parliament, just talked about how he's spending more of our tax dollars to help people out.
What the Leader of the Opposition would know is that for Queensland's 2.2 million households, they'll receive at least $550 off their power bills. Yeah. But what the Leader of the Opposition might also know for people in his electorate is that many low-income households and pensioners in Queensland may well pay nothing for electricity in the coming financial year.
Yeah, never mind they're sending people and businesses broke with their crazy climate-driven energy policies. They'll just hand out more taxpayers' money to people to pay down their electricity bills that the government has forced up with their policies. I mean, this is just madness. And the real worry, of course, is that it's not a long-term fix. The long-term fix is cheap and affordable power. You know, like we used to have, like our modern national economy was built on, but which we've deliberately squandered in order to bow to the United Nations climate gestures. But all we get from this mob is abject denial.
Businesses around Australia know what the opposition does not know, that renewable energy is the cheapest form of energy available in Australia.
The cheapest form of energy. We've never had so much renewable energy in this country, and we've never had more being rolled out. So if Chris Bowen is right, your power prices, your power bills should be going down. Instead, as we heard from Matt Rennie last night, we can expect them to double again over the coming years. Why? Well, to pay for the transition to renewables. You know, that cheapest form of power? Look, politicians can pretend that they're saving the planet all they like. Some people will applaud them for that. But they should be honest about what they're doing to the energy grid and what it's doing to our prices.